it's Devin and welcome back to my channel. So today's topic is going to be 7 tips for healthy hair. Now this is something easy for me to talk about because I'm a hairdresser, so I thought this would be a really good quick video that I could do. So without even starting, not even included in one of my tips is to have healthy hair, you need to have a healthy diet and you have to be drinking a lot of water, because everything that you're putting in your body is reflecting on the outside, reflecting in your hair, your skin, your nails, all of that. So that's not even going to be one of my tips because I think that should be going without saying. So let's get right into the tips. But let me explain first, actually, my hair is kind of in an in-between length right now. I had pretty short hair for about 2 years to my chin. And before that I had really long hair, like past boob level, mermaid long hair. And I'm growing it out because as I've explained, I'm having a baby and it's easier for me when my hair is longer to do it. Now, longer hair, when you're styling it, it does take a little bit longer, but you don't always have to style it. Whereas when your hair is short, you always have to do it. With long hair, you can throw it in a messy bun, you can throw it in a braid, you can throw it in a quick little updo. So it's kind of a little bit easier with a baby. My husband actually loved my hair short. I had kind of that Julianne Hough, like blonde bob thing going on, and it was really fun, and I'll probably do it again eventually, but for now we are growing it. So this is kind of going to be my starting length, and we'll see over the next couple months how long we can get it using these tips too. So my first main huge tip that I tell all my clients is to wash your hair less. Now, so many of my clients will tell me, I have to wash my hair every day because my hair gets greasy and I have to, or else it's just, I can't maintain it. And I get it. And I understand that you don't want your hair to be greasy and you want it to be easy and you want to do it and have it look nice every day. But the more you're washing your hair, the more it's stripping it of its natural oils and the more you're going to have to wash it more. Like, it's a vicious cycle. And when you first stop washing it every day, you might notice that it's a little bit greasy. But the less that you're doing that, your hair starts maintaining its natural production of oil and it will go kind of regulate itself. So when you first stop doing it, your hair is used to you washing it every day, so it's constantly producing those oils. So slowly over time, it'll recognize, oh, you're not washing it every day anymore, I don't have to keep doing this, and it'll kind of level off and regulate, and it's really a lot better for your hair for those natural oils. I am a huge fan of using oils in your hair too, and I'll get to that. But yeah, washing your hair less, using dry shampoo. Now, I haven't really found a dry shampoo yet that's natural that I love, so I'm kind of using my Old Faithful, which is the Batiste. I get this at Target or TJ Maxx. This one's awesome. It's cheap. It's like $7. So I use this about, if I wash my hair every 3 days, I'll use this the second day and the third day, and I'll kind of just part my hair, spray it, part my hair, spray it, part my hair, spray it, and kind of just mess it all up in there, and it kind of gives it a little bit more volume and makes it feel kind of like I just washed it. Now, going into my second tip is to embrace your natural texture. Now, I purposely didn't really do much with my hair. This is kind of my hair in its natural state. I washed it last night and I did comb it out. If I don't comb my hair, it does dry a little bit wavier, but when I comb it, it dries a lot straighter. So what I would do is, after the shower, sometimes I'll hit my roots a little bit with the blow dryer, but I let it go naturally and I let it dry naturally. And then whenever I wake up in the morning, I'll kind of just touch it up. Today I kind of touched it a little tiny bit on the flat iron in the front, any weird kind of wackadoo pieces I fixed, and then I just leave it. And this is, you know, the longer I've done it, the longer I've embraced my natural texture. Sometimes I'd rather it be a little bit fancier or blow dried or curled, but it's so much better for your hair not to use a ton of heat. So embracing it and wearing it more in its natural state is so much better for your hair. Something that I did a lot when my hair was really long is I would let it dry naturally, and then I would, sorry, there was a little fuzz, then I would take my clamp iron or my wand and then just kind of go with my natural wave, but touch up a kind of pieces, like the kind of on the top. So I would take the front pieces and curl them away from my face, and not every piece, I would kind of just grab randomly different pieces, mostly from the top layer. I'd go different directions in the back, maybe a couple from under here. It would literally take me 2 minutes. Don't grab every piece. You kind of want it to look like your natural texture. Then I would kind of just take it and then mush it into my natural hair and then just rock it, and it looked kind of like a beachy wave. And that I would do all the time. That was like a really good key because you're not blow drying it and then straightening it. And I honestly used to do that when I was in high school. I would blow dry my hair every single day and then straighten it or curl it afterwards. And I would always say, well, I can't wear my hair natural because it's so frizzy if I wear it natural. But it's frizzy because I had fried hair. That was the problem. And the less I was doing that and the less heat I was using on it, I realized, wow, I can really start wearing my hair natural more. So it really is just the more you baby your hair, the more it will pay off. So right away, it might be a little bit like, what am I gonna do? My hair isn't behaving itself. But the more you do it, the more your hair will go back into its natural, healthy state and be way more manageable. So maybe in the beginning, you can't just let it dry natural and not do anything to it. Maybe you need to touch it up with the curling iron, like I said. Or maybe you need to do like a heatless style. For me, on the 3rd or 4th day, I always will put my hair up in a messy bun. It's actually easiest when it's in a messy bun on those days because it has more texture to it. So I'll put the dry shampoo in it. I'll kind of mess that up in it. Then put my hair upside down, hairspray it, and then put it in the messy bun, and then I get the most volume. So that is key. Before I get into that, something I also used to do a lot was if I wanted more of a blow dried look when my hair was really long, but I didn't really want to blow dry it because I'm lazy and I don't like blow drying my hair, I would take these big fat Velcro rollers and I would just do it in a mohawk. So I would just do 1, 2, 3 right here, and that way you can sleep as that gets stuck in my hair. You can sleep on the sides, you can sleep on the back, and it's not going to irritate you. I don't know how those girls put all these rollers in their hair and can sleep at night. So by doing it in a mohawk, what I would do in the morning was whenever it was, I let it dry naturally. I kind of would do it like after my shower, let it dry about 80%. So right before I went to bed, I would put the rollers in it, and then I would kind of touch up with the flat iron in the morning a little bit, not a lot, and then take those rollers out, and they looked nice and voluminous, and it looked like I blow dried my hair. So that's kind of a quick tip. I also really normally sleep, where is it? With I had it out here, satin pillowcase. These are awesome. Not only do they prevent wrinkles, but they're also really good for your hair. It prevents it from having friction against like a cotton pillowcase or a flannel pillowcase, which can cause split ends. So when you're trying to preserve your style for as many days so you don't have to wash it every day, doing these little tricks at nighttime so that you're not messing up your style can really make a big difference. So sleeping with a satin pillowcase. Also, I would tell a lot of my clients to take like an old school 90s hair scrunchie and put their hair like in a ponytail right on top of their head. So it's not super attractive, but don't make it tight, make it very loose. So then when you're sleeping, it kind of like softly keeps your hair in place without damaging the style that you already put on it. That's really also good for girls with really curly hair because it keeps it from damaging the style and damaging the curls that you worked hard on creating the day before. Whether it's your natural curl, it was like a wash and go style, or if it was like a twist out or something like that that you did in your hair. I also tell a lot of my girls with curly hair about the slap cap. No, I've actually never owned one myself because I have straight hair, but I've seen awesome reviews on it. It's basically like a beanie, but it's satin on the inside, so it's kind of like the same idea as a satin pillowcase. But the nice thing about that is you can even wear it during the daytime. So if you're doing like some sort of set or twist out in your hair, but you need to run to the store and your hair is not dry and you can't take it out, you can put this little slap cap on and it looks cute like a little beanie, but it's preserving your style and preserving your curls. So that's like a really good tip to try. I'll leave the information below. So now moving on is deep conditioner. I use deep conditioner in my hair probably realistically every other week. So when I'm in the shower and I'm being lazy, I will use the Shea Moisture Manuka Honey and Mafura Oil Intensive Hydration Hair Mask. This is the one I've been using recently, And I do like this one a lot. It's really thick consistency. It makes my hair super soft after I do it. I leave it on for about 5 minutes or so in the shower. And if I can, I will put it under like a garbage bag, plastic cap, or like a regular shower cap, just to keep the heat in, because that really opens up the pores of your hair. So I will use that. But if I have time and I really want a good deep condition, I use my coconut oil. So I use this for everything. I love coconut oil. This is the organic extra virgin coconut oil, cold pressed and unrefined. I got this at BJ's. This stuff is awesome. So what I do is I take about 2 tablespoons. Sorry, my phone keeps beeping. I take about 2 tablespoons and I put it in the I just nuke it in the microwave for like 20 seconds. You don't want to overheat it. And then I will take it and mix it with a couple drops of peppermint essential oil, because that really helps stimulate the scalp. And that's really important, especially when you're trying to grow your hair, whether it's through scalp massage or using those type of things like a peppermint oil, tea tree oil in your hair, and really massaging it into your hair. The more you stimulate your scalp, the more it's going to promote hair growth. Sorry, I keep touching my hair and then it does something weird. So that I will put on my hair probably the night before I'm going to shower, and I leave it on all night. So I'll put like a towel over my pillow, and then I'll kind of wear my hair in a braid. That way it's not getting all over the place. And then when I wash it in the morning, you do have to wash it like twice. I've showed you the shampoo before that I used in a previous video. This is the one I'm using right now, the Shea Moisture African Black Castor Oil Strengthen, Grow, and Restore Shampoo. I really like this one. This one's awesome. It smells really good. It has a really awesome lather. I'll probably repurchase this one when I'm done. It has really good ingredients. Sulfate free, color safe. I like the Shea Moisture line, as you can tell. So I use that shampoo, and I'll use that twice after I use the coconut oil, and then I'll condition like normal. So this is going to lead into tip number 4. Now that's when your hair is wet, to be super, super gentle with it. A lot of people don't realize that when your hair is wet, it's in the most fragile state. So don't be ripping at it in the shower, or just if you get out of the shower, you can some of the girls I've seen do it at the salon, they're just ripping through it. They're like, oh, I'll help you comb it out. And they think they're being helpful after I get their hair shampooed, but it's like they're ripping it, and I can just hear it ripping, and it's so bad for your hair. Your hair is most fragile when it's wet. So I recommend people either buying a wet brush, which I love. I would have shown it to you, but I left it at work, or a wide tooth comb. But even when you're using those 2 products, you still don't want to rip at your hair. You want to gently comb your hair, and that will help prevent breakage or ripping of your hair, because you want to preserve the health of the hair that you have on your head. So that is a very important tip. Be very gentle. Number 5 is to trim your hair. Now, so many girls, even on YouTube, I've seen, don't listen to hairdressers. They tell you to trim your hair and you're going to lose progress. And I understand that to a certain extent, because I understand that hairdressers can get a little scissor happy. I've seen it happen. But for most hairdressers, if you're telling them, I just want to skim, we'll just do a skim, especially if you feel comfortable with your hairdresser. And I tell people, if they're growing out your hair, don't come in every 4 weeks, because you're going to not make any progress. If you're coming in every 4 weeks, your hair only grows ½ an inch a month. So if I'm trimming ½ an inch off, then you're not making any progress. So at least I tell them to wait 3 months, 4 if you have to, 4 months, so 3 to 4 months. Don't be coming in every 6 months or once a year, because then we're going to have to cut off more and you're going to have more damage. I see these girls so often have this really long hair. The last 6 inches of it is just trashed and stringy. And if you're going to have long hair, you want it to be healthy, pretty long hair. You don't just want it to be long. So keeping up with those trims and maintaining the health of the ends of your hair between the trims is hugely important. Now, I usually use, my hair's super dry, I'll use like a pure argan oil. This is the Badger one. This is actually not pure. This is mixed with 2 other oils. This one does leave your hair a little bit greasy, so I'll use this on a day that I know I'm going to be wearing my hair up. So I'll just put it on my ends. Like if it's going to be in a little updo or some sort of messy bun, then I'll use this. But on a daily basis, I use this. Now this is the big size because I can get it through work, but usually it comes in a smaller one. It's from Surface. It's the Bassu Gold Hydrating Oil. I like this one a lot. It's very similar to the Moroccan oil. I love Moroccan oil as well. So I use like a little pea-size amount, and I tell people don't just take it and plop it on your head because you're going to deal with greasy roots. So you put it at the ends of your hair and really get it into the ends. And then when you almost have nothing left on your hands, then you can kind of bring it up and work it through the top. That way you're not making your roots greasy. So I do that every day, honestly, because I think it really keeps the ends of your hair from breaking, especially in the winter time where I live. It's a colder climate and you're going to deal with more breakage, so you really want to keep those ends moisturized in between your trims so you're not going to be having to take off as much when you get your hair trimmed. So tip number 6 is supplements. Now, I don't actually use any supplements for my hair because I am pregnant and I'm using prenatal vitamins. So the prenatal vitamin I'm using is the My Kind Organics Prenatal Once Daily Garden of Life Prenatal. These are awesome. They're whole food vitamins and they really do make my hair grow faster. Not that I'm recommending people to go grab a prenatal vitamin even if you're not pregnant, but you can check out different supplements for your hair like biotin. I've seen hair, skin, and nail vitamins. Obviously look into it and the quality of them before you purchase them. And if you have any issues with certain things, check with your doctor, but supplements can really help in growing your hair. And then 7 is less damaging color. Now, before I decided to grow out my hair, I had it very blonde when it was short, but I was cutting my hair constantly and I was keeping it and maintaining it at that short length, so it wasn't as big deal for me to have it as blonde as I did. But when I decided I wanted to grow out my hair, I had them tone it down and bring it more back to my natural color, which is a light brown, kind of dirty blonde color. I also see a lot of girls opting for more of a balayage, kind of painted highlighting technique. That's really awesome because video cut off. So anyway, yes, doing different colors that are going to be easier to maintain on your hair, that's not as harsh, not bleaching your hair constantly, because that will make it more difficult for you to maintain that healthy hair at a healthy length while you're growing it. So those are my 7 tips. Not 10, 7 tips for healthy hair. If anyone else has anything else that they do or any tips that I can also incorporate, leave that in the comments below and please subscribe. Bye, thanks for watching.